Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
This is the closing bell on the Stock Movers Report. The companies making moves at the close of U.S. trading with Carol Massar, Tim Stenovec, Romaine Bostick, and Scarlett Fu.
I'm looking at what happened today, and it felt like investors taking a bit of a breather. 385 names in the S&P 500, Katie, lower in today's session, 116 to the upside.
Well, let's talk to the circle about it and see what the colors show. You can see that there is kind of an even split when you look at it that way, but on the absolute sector level, you had 4 in the green, 7 in the red. What did do well today, as you can see, technology, that was reflected in the NASDAQ 100 as well. Utilities also having a good day, but then you take a look at what didn't do too hot. Healthcare, materials, industrials leading us lower on this Friday.
I'm sorry, when you look at the circle, it speaks to you?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, it just sort of opened up my heart and my ears, and it tells me what happens.
And you're the only one who can hear that.
All right. Let's get to some of the individual gainers. Warner Brothers Discovery, folks, adding on another 17% in today's session after about a 29% gain yesterday. The stock I'm looking at, I think it's up about 56% for the week overall here. And again, this is just building on, since we've got that report that Paramount Skydance, the Hollywood studio taken over by independent filmmaker David Ellison, has said or is said to be preparing a bid for the company, according to those in the know. So this stock, I think, your number one gainer in both the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100.
I find this fascinating, though. I mean, the run-up.
Part?
I mean, you mentioned the 50, it's like 56% jump. But the idea is that you're basically saying that the combination, or more importantly, the premium that they would pay, investors think, is going to be about 56% more than what it was earlier this week?
It's pretty amazing. I don't know. I still think, right, you'd buy something and then sell off some parts. It is a gamble, right? Especially in this environment where you see
how do you have CNN
such a crowded space?
CNN and CBS coexisting? Like, I don't know if there are news challenges.
Yeah, I hate to break this to you, Tim, but...
What?
Never mind. Go on. I don't want to get myself in trouble.
It's a good question.
I've already gotten in enough trouble this week.
Yeah, he canceled our weekly lunches. Anyway, go on.
Different networks, different audiences. Okay, all right, whatever.
No, I mean, I think there are regulatory. There are regulatory questions about this.
Is there any more?
Are there?
I don't know that there is. There's so many ways
for David
to get
Ellison?
content.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Right.
You're going to get into trouble.
Romaine.
I think you should stop talking now. All right. I don't want you to get into trouble. All right. Tesla, also an outperformer and a top gainer in some of the major equity averages today, up about 7.4%. Investors definitely watching to see how quickly the company can expand its robo-taxi service to other states after it launched in Austin in June to a small group of users. And I got to point out, if you haven't watched it, you should definitely check out the B-Tech team's interview with the chair of the Tesla board, Robyn Denholm. They talk succession, the massive pay package. Basically, they're all in on Elon continuing to run this company through what they say kind of our disruptive time. So I think that's an interesting one. Micron Technology, I might have been a record close today, so forgive me for not getting that in place, but it's up.
Do you not check this stuff before you come on?
I get a lot of, I don't know about you, but I don't have minions like helping me do stuff.
Well, let me tell you, I have the best minions in the business. Thank you very much. Which is why we get lunch for them every day here at Bloomberg Television. And yes, Micron, record high, best day since going public back in 1984.
I want to give you something to say, otherwise you would feel so left out.
How dare you call them minions?
Micron Technology up about 4.5%.
You know they can hear you.
Analysts yesterday, I know, but they aren't the minions I'm talking about. Analysts touting the chip makers' growth potential in the data center market. Keep in mind, this one reports September 23rd. We've seen Citi boosting its price target. There's a lot going on. I think the stock was up about 19-20% for the year. Just mentioning Gemini, because if I don't, Romaine's going to say something. It is up an IPO, another one in the crypto space, up 14% here at the close, and Corteva, because we just talked about up about 1.8% on that Wall Street Journal report that maybe that it could separate into two separate companies.
Can I just also honorable mention, I know Tim has to get to his decliners, but BlackRock Coffee, you missed it. I mean, you mentioned that. I mean, I had a IPO at 20, closed today at 27.67. Great day.
Not the Larry Fink BlackRock Coffee.
Yes, it's like a Dutch Bros drive-through coffee, Portland, Oregon.
Now, have they spoken with Larry Fink about this? They're okay with this?
I don't know about
There's
that.
There's a space in between black and rock, so it differentiates them.
Finley is not.
This is why I should have been a lawyer. Lawyers always make out.
My gainers list.
The people.
Are you going to let Tim talk now? Thank you. Go ahead.
People want to hear the decliners. I want to start with the second worst performing stock in the S&P 500 today, mRNA. Moderna down 7.4%. Shares fell after a report from the Washington Post said that health officials in the Trump administration plan to link COVID shots to the deaths of around 24 children in a presentation to advisors to the CDC next week. Shares down 7.4%. RH ended up falling 4.6% in today's trade. The company did cut its revenue forecast for the full year. The effect of tariffs, the delay of its seasonal catalog. Gary Friedman, who has been outspoken about tariffs over the last few months, told analysts that the industry needs to offer discounts to stay afloat due to the weak housing market. Yeah.
Was that his full quote?
No, that wasn't his full quote. God forbid they throw another tariff on furniture, Friedman said on Thursday night. Someone has got to come talk to us, talk to me, call me. I'll run the biggest luxury home brand in the world.
That was verbatim?
That was verbatim, yeah.
I love that energy.
Yeah. Shares fell, once again, 4.6%. And finally, a check on Open Door after the week that was. Shares up 80% yesterday, fallen a little bit today, down 14%. Still the most actively traded stock in the index. The excitement around the company, or at least the trading around the company, continues.
All right, let's take a quick look at yields here. It was an interesting week for yields because we talk about the idea of the trend line sort of reversing just a little bit. Long-term yields lower for a second straight week to the lowest level since April. And then we should point out the short-term yields rising for the first time in 5. Now, overall, what you're looking at there on your screen are the daily moves, and they all are higher. And that, of course, is the setup, Carol, as we head into the Fed's 2-day policy meeting that starts on Tuesday.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.